A lot of people want to be more disciplined than they think they are, and they look at other people and think, how is that person so disciplined? You know, I want some of that discipline. And people often think that about me. They think that I'm really disciplined or something. And it's not true. The truth is that there's nobody is more disciplined than anybody else. Everybody has the exact same amount of discipline. Discipline is actually an illusion. Discipline is an illusion, and it's something I hear a lot. I spent earlier on in my adult life, I was in the Royal Marines Commandos. People thought I was very disciplined. You must be very disciplined. You know, you're ex-services, ex-Royal Marines. You must be very disciplined. I mean, I've been doing martial arts for majority of my life. Over 30 years. People say, "Oh, you do martial arts for so long. You must be very disciplined." And it's not true. The person who's looking at me thinking I'm disciplined, they're just as disciplined as me, but they're disciplined in other things. There's things that they will do that I won't be disciplined in, right? And I'm using the word discipline, but discipline really is an illusion. We do what we're wired to do. Discipline doesn't come into it. We simply do what we're wired to do. What our brain is wired to do, that's what we do. And that develops from when we were born to growing up to the different associations that we make. We have an experience, we associate either more pleasure or pain to that experience, and then we don't want to do that again, or we do want to do that again. And we just end up our brain gets wired in a certain way, as we grow up. And we tend to want to do one thing rather than another thing, but it's not discipline. It's just the wiring in our brain. Make sense? So the person who I don't know. The kid that plays video games 12 hours a day. The parent might think, oh, he's just playing video. He's very disciplined. To play video games 12 hours a day. I play a video game for 10 minutes and I am just like, I can't look at that screen anymore. For me, it's tough to play a video game. Not when I was younger, when I was a teenager or something, but to me, that's just not important to me. It's not important to me. I've wired my brain in a different way, so it's just not important to me to play a video game. So I'm playing it, I'm just like, I'm done. I'm 10 minutes away. Okay, can I do something else now? But some people can sit there all night playing video games, right? So, am I more disciplined than that kid that plays video games 12 hours a day? No. Is he more disciplined than me? Well, in video games he is. But again, discipline is just a word, but a lot of people have the wrong meaning of what it actually means, sure, you look at a lot of people who are been in the military, the army, the Marines, whatever, and it seems like they're really disciplined. But they've just gone in and had a lot of very intense programming of the brain. You go in and you receive this intense programming of your brain, to be able to get up at a certain time, to be able to be somewhere at a certain time, to be able to follow certain orders, to have certain standards. You get programmed like that. It's not that you get more discipline, it's that you get programmed in a certain way. And you can program yourself for something. It's not that you need more discipline to do something, it's that you need to condition your mind that way. You need to insert that program into your brain. So what do you want to do? What is it you want to be more disciplined at? Whatever it is, write it down, what it is, and then write down why that's important to you, what that's going to give you, how is that going to be of benefit to you when you do that certain thing. And the more reasons you write down, you will start to recondition your brain. You will start to create new neural pathways in your brain, new neural networks, and what once you thought needed discipline, it doesn't anymore. It's just a new program you put in your brain, right? So if you look at someone and think they're more disciplined than you, what do you think they're doing differently? Do you think that they just, I don't know, overcome something? No, they're just wired a certain way. That person who's more disciplined doesn't think that they're just really disciplined. Well, some people do, but they're in an illusion if they do. If they think that they're like higher up than the other person, or I'm more disciplined than them. That's not true. They're just disciplined in different things. There's some people that will. Some people are very, very social, I'm not that social really. Some people are very social, always texting people, writing people messages, calling people, going to events, going to parties, things like that. So I could look at them and go, God, they're so disciplined at keeping in contact with people. They're so disciplined at going and meeting people and partying and stuff like that. I wouldn't have the discipline to go out partying 4 nights a week. They've got such discipline. Well, it's true, right? No, that's just part of their makeup. It's part of their personality. It's what's important to them. It's important to them to make sure they're always in contact with people, to always be socializing, to always be at events. That's what makes them feel good. That's what's important to them, right? So then they're disciplined in that area. But again, like I said, discipline, just a word. It's an illusion. What you really want to do is start to rewire your brain and realize that there's no one else is more disciplined than you. All right, thanks for watching. See you again tomorrow.
Hello.
Hello. You want to say hello?
Yeah.
Go. Say hello.
Hello.
Look up there and say hello.
Hello.
Now say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.